Alright guys, so we have some good news regarding Dokkan. We just a little while ago got some info in both the news section on JP Dokkan as well as some tweets from the official Dokkan account. Now, what these are kind of like updates that are going to be coming to Dokkan, quality of life updates, and these are kind of like little previews. We had a little bit of this about 2 months ago, a little under 2 months ago, where we had the new friend system update, summon animations, other updates like this. And this is kind of following a similar trend where they're showing us a bunch of new things that are going to change. There might be some other updates that we don't actually find out until the actual app update. I believe the update is on the 19th. Now, there's a lot of things kind of pointing towards we could really be on the brink of a gigantic monster celebration coming to both JP and Global, the movie upcoming movie celebration around Broly. I mean, it does seem as though both games are now lined up so that on the 20th, we could have some big monster celebration. The number one thing we're all obviously hoping for there would be another banner where you would get tickets for the amount of stones you have spent. That's what everyone's hoping for. But if we take a look at the kind of improvements, the quality of life changes that are coming this time, the first thing is that any debuffs. So let's say you greatly lower a unit's defense, or you lower a unit's attack, or you stun it or seal it. If you do any of that with an attack, the icon will appear below the damage dealt. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So right here, this Cell, he got hit with an attack that lowered his defense and it stunned him. So we could see the symbols pop up. Now, one of the really interesting things with this that I'm going to be very curious to see is a unit that could stun, right? Let's say you have a unit that could stun. The first attack does not stun. Then they get an additional super, and then the second one stuns. To this point, I don't believe we've ever been able to positively confirm that additionals would, in fact, increase the chance of being able to stun an opponent. Basically, what I'm saying is that, we weren't able to prove that, the first attack did not stun them, but the second one did. Now, we'll at least be able to know for sure on if, additionals really will increase the chances of stun. Because, for all we know, in the past, it's just been, you either stun on the first one or not, and then the additional is irrelevant, right? There was no proof. So I look forward to seeing those. This is very helpful, though. I guess we could, easily see when, enemies' attacks being lowered or any of that. Stuns, of course, are also very nice. It's just good shit to see, right? So number 2, units whom you unlock a potential path will glow blue in the hidden potential screen, making it easy to tell. Basically, what I believe this is right here, this is if you have, dupes, potential dupes for those, it lets you know and they'll glow blue. Basically what I think this means is, so we have this blue Goku right here. I think if you have his, a dupe for him just sitting in your box, the card will glow blue and lets you know, that you have, just a spare dupe sitting in your box for him. I believe that's what this is. So this is never something I ever had an issue with, but I think especially for newer players, right? This could help them because newer players don't have every card memorized of who awakens into what and shit like that. So that could be a very positive update or change for newer players along those lines. All right, so this is big. This is really fucking big. Transformed units, such as apes, giants, like Hirudegarn, I'm presuming this means the two Rage Mode characters as well, Tech Beerus and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma, can now use potential system buffs when transforming, will retain potential system buffs. This is big for a lot of different reasons. One, it means units like Hirudegarn are going to hit a lot fucking harder because they're going to have their potential system buffs. Two, the fact that they can additional and they can crit, that's really big. Especially a unit like AGL Tapion, I just called him shit in that global update video I did, news update, I don't know, a couple hours ago? That AGL Tapion gets a massive buff from this. So here's gameplay that the official Twitter released, proving it, because there we see Goku dodges right there. So obviously the hidden potential is activating. So again, what this means is like all the Great Apes, like their attack is going to go way up. So like if you rainbow any of these Great Ape characters, like they're going to be doing a lot more damage, and then there's a crit right there. So I have pretty much a full rainbow giant category team. Once this update goes live, I'm going to be very curious to see how powerful some of these units actually can be now that they do have their potential system buffs. So a unit like AGL Tapion, a unit like the Physical Lord Slug, AGL Turles, I'm very curious to see, what they're going to look like now. Or even SCR Super Saiyan 3, Kigoku. All 4 of those units were already good units. Now their transformations might not actually be shit. So that will be very interesting. And then feature 4, this one's funny. You can see friends clear times for events. And looks like we're finally getting a retry. Specifically the retry, I'm not too sure. But like, if we look at it, so we're able to see, I guess like there's like I think it's the record button right there. Like we're able to see what our friends, like how fast they're able to beat these events and stuff like that. Like that's actually really cool. Like I do kind of like seeing that. That can create like a lot of competition. Like I've never really like with me, I've never really cared too much about like having people like on my friends list and stuff. And like I had always previously like basically cleared out my friends list every world tournament. But because of the friend system update, I never once had any difficulty finding LR Broly for the last world tournament whatsoever at all. The friend system update did exactly what we needed. So I am going to make sure to fill up my friends list now with everyone so I can see, how everyone's scores are on the latest events. That's going to be pretty cool to see. I also think it does, I think it saves like a copy of the last team you used on the event or something along those lines. Like we'll see once it actually drops in game, but a lot of this stuff is very interesting. Like the game is just continuing to positively move forward. I do feel as though Legends being around, Legends is doing well. And Legends is, I think, pushing Dokkan. And at the same time, Dokkan is still doing well, and I think pushing Legends. As long as both games just continue to do good, they're going to continue pushing each other to do good. Competition is a good thing, not a bad thing. Like, even Dokkan was number 2 in the App Store for LR Cell. The only reason it didn't hit number 1 is because Fate, FGO, is having its, I think it's one of its anniversaries or some shit like that. So, like, there's no way, like, unless Dokkan dropped, like, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or some shit like that, they weren't gonna fuck with Fate. It just wasn't gonna happen like that. So, a lot of good stuff. We also have a little news article right here, but, I mean, this is pretty much just info we've already gone over, showing the potential system stuff, the stun and, damage, defense lowering, and things like that. So, I'm definitely very excited for this. It does look like this releases on the 19th, or I think that will be the 20th. So about 1 week from now. So again, like around the 20th, we're probably going to have more info for Broly. We're going to see stuff like that. I'm very excited. Let me know how excited y'all are. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.